Greetings. I'm Dr. David R. Wood, your host and Bible teacher here at this teaching ministry, Awake, Arise, and Triumph Ministries, an online church. Let me ask you a little bit of a question here. What is your attitude and response to a visiting minister at your church? What is your attitude and your response to a visiting minister, missionary, whatever title they come under? That's very important. And we're going to be talking about that today. We're talking again, I'm teaching again out of 3rd John. We're getting very close to the end. And the subtitle is Speak No Evil. Don't seek the preeminence of evil. It's Friday, the 12th of December. We're speeding towards Christmas and the new year, 2026. I want to remind you to stay tuned to the very end. There's always important things along the way. And give us a thumbs up. Give it right now while it's on your mind and I'm talking about it. But also have an air of expectancy during this teaching and every teaching that the Lord is going to show you things that change your now and your eternity. He'll do that, but you got to have an expectancy. You got to be confessing that and not confessing, I don't know what's all that baloney. Quit it. The Lord shows me things. Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice. Don't call him a liar. So you will learn things. If you will focus, you will learn things. If you came with ears to hear, you will learn. I also want to remind you about the website, to visit the website, see what we're all about, seek the Lord about becoming a partner, go to the shop and look at the books. I've written several books. I just wanted to remind you about this one, which I wrote, time flies. I think it's now getting 2.5, 3 years ago. There's a lot of reflection here, but it's Awake, Arise, and Triumph, Be Love. Awake, Arise, and Triumph, Be Love. And it's about agapeo love. You hear me talk about that a lot, at least you that follow this ministry. And I talk about the other kinds of things that are translated to, or emotions and so on, that are translated to English as love. Agape love is not an emotion, but it has the definition of this agape or divine love. Go to the shop, order it today, either through Amazon or through us, and make a beautiful Christmas gift. Well, as you recall, I'm going to dive into our lesson now. As you recall, the Apostle John is writing to a spiritual or natural son, we're not sure, by the name of Gaius. And John has gotten reports from other brothers that Gaius not only knows the truth, but is walking in the truth. That's a very important distinction. There's a lot of people who can quote verses, but they're not walking in them. People can know about the truth, but not walk in them, at least not consistently. Consistency is a huge deal in the kingdom or in anything, and even in our natural lives. It needs to become a rhema, a word, a revelation, light, and then you can walk in it. It becomes the only way to walk. When I say to walk, that means the only way to think, the only way to talk, and the only way to live. When the apostle commends Gaius for his excellent treatment, support, financial and otherwise, of the evangelists that were visiting the church, which Gaius is apparently a member or a congregant at the very least. And then the apostle turns his attention to the head, or one of the leaders at least, of this unnamed church. So let's read about that. In 3rd John, the first chapter, there are no other chapters, but verses 9 through 12, English Standard Version. I have, and this is John telling Gaius, I have written something to the church but Diotrephes, who likes to put himself first, does not acknowledge our authority. So if I come, I will bring up what he is doing, talking wicked nonsense against us. And not content with that, he refuses to welcome the brothers and also stops those who want to welcome the brothers, welcome us, the apostle, and puts them out of the church. Oh, wow. Verse 11, beloved, do not imitate evil, but imitate good. Whoever does good is from God. Whoever does evil has not seen God. That's a very sobering passage. Verse 12. Demetrius has received a good testimony. This is another leader, apparently, in this unnamed church. He has received a good testimony from everyone and from the truth itself. We also add our testimony, and you know that our testimony, the testimony of the apostle and those around the apostle, his entourage, you know that our testimony is true. This apostle, the apostle of love, John, is one of the original 12, and he informs Gaius that he has written to this Diotrephes, who appears to be a leader of the church. We're not told the content of the letter. I think we can accurately conclude it was in reference to these evangelists that were visiting the church. And he goes on to tell Gaius that this man, Diotrephes, does not receive him nor acknowledge the apostles' authority in that church or the church at large. And there are many like that today. I'm sure there are some that don't recognize that apostles even exist. They say that's all passed away. But when Jesus ascended to the right hand of the Father, he gave gifts to men, we're told in Ephesians 4. And among them are the apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. Now, a lot of these people who are rejecting apostles and prophets cling to the evangelist, pastor, and teacher. Doesn't make sense, but deception of all types does not make sense once you have light on the topic. In verse 9, looking back at what we just read, the word likes, in quote, that I put in quotation, is loveth in the King James, but it's not the divine agape love. It is the word, and I may murder this, but philoproteo, philoproteo, transliterated from Greek to English, meaning to be fond of being first, fond of being first, to be ambitious of distinction, according to Strong's Talking Greek and Hebrew Dictionary. Well, we know that's contrary to Scripture. As we go into verse 10 that we just read, we find John telling Gaius he's coming. He's going to come and visit the church, and he's going to confront this Diotrephes when he comes. Apparently, this man is speaking, quote, malicious things about the apostle. The word malicious is used in the King James. In the English Standard Version, it's wicked nonsense. It's kind of an interesting way of putting it. According to the thesaurus, synonyms of nonsense includes garbage, baloney, drivel, rubbish, poppycock, balderdash, and hot air. I think we're all familiar with those. The Apostle John points out that not only does this man not receive him and those with him, but he will not receive these evangelists and perhaps others, but forbids others in the church from receiving them. This is a wicked man. He even goes to the extent of pushing people out of the church who do receive John and other brethren like these evangelists. Perhaps you've seen this in your time as a Christian or observer of the church. A good reason or a predominant reason that a lot of people have abandoned church is they're disgusted with church. Not so much with the Bible or with God, but they're just disgusted with church. And I fully understand that. And that's one of the reasons for this ministry is to offer those people an opportunity to be involved in a ministry and online church. Not that you shouldn't have fellowship with fellow believers. I fully support that. Uh, as I just said, this attitude among certain people is alive and well in the church today. As we looked at verse 11, we find the apostle instructing Gaius not to follow after this man, not to imitate evil, but instead imitate what is good. This brings us to the very sobering statement, quote, "Whoever does good is from God. Whoever does evil has not seen God or have revelation of God," end of quote. John calls what Diotrephes is doing evil, but stops short of saying he is not saved. Gets pretty close, I think. Let's look at the word seen in the phrase has not seen God. In the Greek, this word means to discern clearly, to attend to experience, to perceive, or to take heed, according to Strong's Talking Greek and Hebrew dictionary. In other words, the man is a carnal Christian, a baby Christian at best. Well, that's it for today. So what's our take home? Well, number one, do not seek after preeminence, but after God. Number two, do not speak evil of fellow Christians, whether you agree with them or not. Number three, thinking, speaking, acting evil towards other believers, especially church leaders, is an indication that you do not have full discernment of God. Well, Lord willing, I'll pick this up again next Friday. Remember, there are many voices in the world, and the Apostle Paul told us that they all have significance, but some are leading you away from righteousness, and some are leading you further into righteousness. Which voices are you listening to? Well, right now, I'm going to have a little. I'm going to have some videos for you to watch, and then we're done. But I want to remind you to share this and to come on board as a partner, to go to the shop, look at the books. Right now, particularly this one, makes a beautiful gift. Let me get a little closer to the camera. Awake, arise, and triumph, be love. And it'll be quite enlightening. Trust me. And I want you to watch a couple of videos right now. One will be talking about our ministry and giving you just a little more insight. And I'll be right back.
Awake, Arise, and Triumph Ministries is a 501c3 education charitable corporation founded and led by Dr. David R. Wood, a retired internal medicine physician. Our core mission is to teach the truth from the Bible, identifying sacred cows and doctrines of demons. We support hurting ministries and partner with missions as led of the Lord. We teach that America is a covenant nation and the importance of honoring God's first covenant nation, Israel. Please explore all of the features of the website to see if we are a ministry you can follow, utilizing our resources. Share our resources, support in prayer, and make use of our resources. See what we are about and prayerfully consider partnership. Explore the shop, look at the books Dr. Wood has written, and order today, including the digital downloads.
Thank you for watching that. And I also want to remind you that we need to be coming alongside, not only getting the word out to more and more people, that's the major thrust of this ministry, but coming alongside ministries that are hurting with what we call sabbatical moments. We also need to come into partnership with more missions. We're currently partnered with a mission in Masaka, Uganda, Light the World Children Ministry. And I want you to watch this brief video, and then we're done.
Awake, Arise, and Triumph Ministries is pleased to be a partner with Light the World Children Ministry located in Masaka, Uganda. This ministry is an orphanage caring for the spiritual and physical needs of 65 orphans. The founder and leader brother Gideon Wasigwa is assisted by a board of director and several widows. In addition, a local pastor involved with spiritual guidance and training in this important work. We are not financing poverty. We are preaching the gospel, giving real hope for a better future now and for eternity. We are partnering with them in an agricultural business enterprise which will impact all involved. Join with Awake, Arise, and Triumph Ministries to expand this work.
Thank you. Thank you for watching that. We're doing good work there. Brother Gideon is a really wonderful leader of that group. And remember, we love you. The Lord loves you. Nothing you can do about either one.